Diana and Antonio Parra live in New Mexico and have 3 children. When they found themselves pregnant with their 4th child, Diana says she had a normal pregnancy. Then, at 21 weeks along, they found out that their child had a birth defect.
Abram had a what's called a gastroschisis, which is where the intestines are outside of the body when the baby is born.
Abram Parra Garcia was born at 12:01 a.m. on February 8, 2019. He was 6 pounds, 4 ounces, and 20 inches long.
Once he was born, we got to see him, I'm probably going to say about maybe 10 minutes before he went straight into surgery with Dr. McGill.
Abram would spend 95 days in the NICU. Abram was sent home on May 15, 2019. But days after being home, his parents sensed something was wrong.
He was really very lethargic, very pale looking, and we were just hoping that maybe he just needed some rest.
They decided to take Abram back to UMC.
It seems like we just made it just in time.
Yeah, the timing was perfect. But I mean, as soon as the nurse basically took over and was going to get him a room and get him put in, it's like all of a sudden he stops breathing. So everybody goes in panic mode. They go into emergency mode, and they start working on him. We didn't even know what was going on or what to do. We basically just followed them around and even into the trauma room and saw them going to work on him. And it was a very hard experience to wonder if we were going to walk out of that room alone.
Staff was able to resuscitate Abram. He spent 21 days in the pediatric ICU and had to have 4 additional surgeries, including neurosurgery to relieve pressure on his brain. In all, Abram has endured 7 surgeries, and now he is a curious and active 1.5-year-old.
A true miracle, really, for that. Because when you have somebody that young arrest, as you know, the heart is very strong. So we don't expect a lot of cardiac arrest in children, and when it happened, it bodes not too well for the outcome usually. If it happens at home, there's loss of oxygen to the brain, and there could be severe brain damage. Luckily, happening in our medical system, due to, of course, help from CMN, all the expert and equipment are there, and we expect pediatric cardiac arrest in the hospital to do quite well, actually, nowadays.
The Parra family say they're grateful for UMC and the Ronald McDonald House that helped them get through it all. UMC became a second home, and the staff became like family.
I mean, I was there all day, every day with the baby, and the nurses were so welcoming. They were very nurturing. They were very helpful. Sorry, it gets me emotional. It was like a home away from home, in a way, because I had my husband away and my other children away. We have 3 other kids, so it was hard in that way. But, you know, they became friends, is what I could say. They're family.
Dr. Tiva is a pediatric intensivist who has been at UMC for 10 years, but even before that, he worked at a CMN hospital. So he says he really understands the value of that CMN connection with the community.
Our health system is geared towards adult as far as knowledge, as far as training, as far as really funding, political will, power, things like that, because children do not vote and they don't have a voice. So in order for us to have the ability to treat children in the way that we believe can be done and in the way that is equivalent to treating adults, the funding needs to come from the community, and CMN has always been the source that people trust to donate to, and they know that the money will stay locally. They know that physicians like myself are appreciative, and that when we ask for equipment that we believe is either life-saving or even limb-saving, and certainly will make children's lives better in the hospital. It is through CMN that we receive these funding.